What is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Congress Kings, and in this video I will be pretty much laying out the weekly range and what the market did on this week. So this is pretty much the weekly analysis, I would say, or the outlook on what the week did with all these events that we had currently this week, including the CPI we had this past week, the FMOC, PPI as well, and there was a fair value gap that the market traded in last week, and that was before NFP. So NFP was like a catalyst with this whole range that it made and how the market played out as a whole. So pretty much we're on the weekly time frame right now. I want you guys to focus on this internal range liquidity here. We see the market did take out this buy side, swept this high, and then for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, this was 3 weeks ago and this was 4 weeks ago, so the market pretty much made this fair value clean area, and then last week it traded into it. There was a nice trade here. I will break that down as well, and then we see this week opening up, and then we see a nice bullish momentum. So let's go on the daily chart. My bad. So you can see the market actually, there was liquidity here too. We see the market took out this sell side here. Map this other sell side. The market took it out the Monday, and then the Tuesday came down again. The Wednesday couldn't take out that high, and then we saw the Thursday bullish, then NFP as well last week. So it traded into some type of influence or POI, and then market closed here, and then when the week started we took out this high, and all of those relative equal highs here, seeing a nice push to the upside. Let me go back into a 4-hour chart. So you guys can see there was a lot of external range and internal range liquidity. Like, we was pretty much targeting these highs right here. This was our target, and our range as a whole, I would say from this low right here to this high, I'll use this low is in cursor. You guys can see we did trade in from a discount to a premium market. When this liquidity has been taken out, right, we could see the market was sweeping these lows. I'll go into a low time frame and break this down. So on the hourly time frame, you can see the market took out liquidity 10 a.m. This was AM session, took it out, and then we see the swing low being created. Market traded down into this range again. Then we see some bullish momentum. We saw the market trade into another fair value gap on the Tuesday right here. I'll make this a different color. Traded in 11 p.m. AM, 12 p.m. afternoon lunch, and then we saw some kind of nice bullish, but this was a Judas swing. Market traded back into this range again, into this fair value on the Wednesday. It didn't hold up that much, but then if your stops was below these lows, especially like this range right here, it wouldn't have been kicking you out or kicked you out of the trade. And then we saw some kind of bullish momentum. We took out this high, we took out this high as well, and these ones as well, with this range going up. So let me go into the 15-minute time frame. So the boxes that you guys are seeing right now, this is the AM session. The blue box represents the AM session, and the pinkish purplish box represents the PM session. So you guys can actually see that we did trade into this sell side on a sharp turn, nice bearish momentum into this sell side liquidity on the AM session. PM session, there wasn't really much on the Monday, and then you guys can see how price is respecting this liquidity level right here, how it just wicks into this place. And then the Tuesday we saw a nice bullish candle taking out this relative equal highs here. This indicates the market structure shift right here. Market traded up with the AM session, and then the afternoon lunch from this 12 o'clock to this 1 o'clock candle, it traded afternoon lunch into this fair value. And then the afternoon session really didn't have momentum, but the next day we could see the PM session trade back into this range, and we saw some kind of consolidation for a bit, because this was the day before NFP. This was the Thursday, and then as the day went by, see another consolidation, and then this bullish trend after NFP came out. We saw nice bullish momentum again. So order block right here, trade into the order block, and then we see bullish momentum to the upside. So pretty much this trade right here, it could have been taken on the 5-minute chart as well. If you went on a lower time frame, you can see right here there was a lot of opportunities to scalp this one out. So if you would have entered the trade by this area, or when it traded back into this range, the trade would have had to be something like this. Let me just map out this order block as well here. Small order block, traded into that. It's bullish right there. This is almost like 50% of the Fibonacci as well. So let's say probably around this time after lunch hits, if your stops was below this low right here, so let's say 60 pips like this, and let's make it, I'll make it 153 for now. Let me go on the hourly chart. You can see that the market did trade into this buy side right here. I'll name this my external range liquidity right there. Check this out. We saw the market take out this. For fun, for some reason, if I do use my Fibonacci from this low to this high right here, I drag this out like this, from our discount to our premium. If you guys use Fibonacci and you do use standard deviations as targets, we actually hit one of the first standard deviations here, and the market did retrace a little bit and traded back into this fair value gap right here. And this was the Friday, the Thursday, and it was nice bullish momentum to the upside as well. But let's say you guys missed this whole trade from the weekly fair value gap. There was a lot of trades on the 4-hour. Let me just remove the Fibonacci. There was one fair value gap here. If you missed it, it's on the range liquidity right there. There was another order block here, but it didn't hit. But there was a fair value here too. Trade into the fair value, bought up drastically. There was another fair value gap here as well. I know I'm drawing this out, but as soon as I get into the lower time frames, you guys will see how it aligns with price. Here was another fair value gap as well. This was the last one, and then there was this big fair value gap as well here. There was this. There was a volume imbalance here as well. Traded into this nicely, and then it just retraced a little bit to the upside. But then, if I go onto the 15-minute chart, look how every day there was a range, and there was the kill zones were aligning with the fair value gaps. Look at this buy here, takes out all these highs, and then retrace back into a fair value gap, internal range liquidity to external. So these highs here was the target. AM session trades in, see bullish momentum. Afternoon session continuing the trend, and then we had another external range liquidity right here. I just mapped this out as external range liquidity. There was another one here, traded in afternoon session. Nice bullish momentum move. Even this trade right here, if you use the range like this, you see we take out the first 1.5, the first 1.5 and the second and the 2.5 standard deviations. That is crazy. And then for Thursday and today, there wasn't really actually moves. There was this sell, but if you already rode the whole trend upwards, it would have been set. So that was pretty much the weekly outlook for NAS100. I'm really dying to see what the next week or the end of the month have in store for us as a whole, because we are very close to the all-time high. If I can go on the monthly time frame, we are very close to this last buyer side. I want to see the market trick this out. I don't want to see a sweep, like a small sweep like this, or like it just weeks into it. I want to see like a bullish move, and then I want to see retracement like in January, and then we see continuation downwards. If it does provide trades like this, us people as scalpers, especially like the swing traders and the position traders, will have a nice trade idea and have a bearish bias for the whole, not the whole year, but for the first 6 months. I do expect that NAS does trade into the equilibrium. If I draw my Fibonacci out like this, I do expect it to trade back into this fair value gap that he made on the monthly by the equilibrium range that he had. I do expect the market to trade back into this as a whole, but for now we just want to see what the market does at the end of the month. So overall, those 2 months was very bullish. It was very, very nice, especially like on the weekly. You can see majority of the candles of the weekly, candles of the monthly, the weekly candles of the monthlies, pretty much bullish everything. So this was just a nice trade to see pie side being taken out, or external range liquidity, can make it external range actually, being taken out, and then we see a retracement into this fair value, and then we see the market trading a little bit higher, so we can get to our main goal, which is the buy side on top. I hope you guys really enjoyed this weekly outlook or weekly breakdown as a whole. I hope you guys had a good one chatting with me. Please make sure that you guys do practice your strategy and perfect anything that you want to perfect. I hope you guys had a good one. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like the video if you haven't liked the video, and please hit the bell notification icon if you guys subscribe. This is the Congress Kings, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.